Hello everyone! Welcome to Sarah Likes Pink Pens. This video is currently ink pens. These are the things I use to swatch my inks. So don't forget your paper towel, your glass of water. I'll be using my Kakimori nib and my Pilot fine nib. First up is my Atelier Lusso pen. This is the Seafoam Pink Awabi. It has a fine nib. This awabi is so pretty with the green and of course the pink. It has a pink cap and I inked it up with Ferris Wheel Queen Allium. Queen Allium has a gold shimmer, but since my nib is only fine, I made sure not to shake it too much. So the first swatch is just a little bit of shimmer, and then I went ahead and shook it again, shook the bottle, and I swatch with a lot more gold shimmer. We will take a closer look of the writing sample once everything is all dry. I am so used to using my Kakimori nib as if I'm swatching an ink, so I dipped it to write a writing sample, but then I forgot that this is my currently inked pen, so I wrote the rest using the Atelier Lusso pen. I would grade this pen an A. I would pick a pink or maybe green ink, but I went with a Queen Allium, which is, you can say it's a grayish purple. Next up is my Pilot Custom 823. This is an awesome pen. A lot of people have this as their grail pen. So I have this in a 1.5, which is pretty much a bold zoom nib, I guess. And it was during the Pilot sale, so probably typically I would pick a medium or a fine on a Pilot, but when this was on a massive discount, I did not pass on it. It is a piston fill, so it is a little bit hard to clean. So I think I'm gonna forever ink it up with this pink ink. It's the Fujiyama Iridori Sakura Pink. This ink has very great shading properties. When it is very wet and you put a lot of ink down, it looks like a dark pink, mauvey pink. And then if you only have a little bit of ink, then it's lighter. This is my Myers Pen Co. Mia Petite pen. It is the Promise of Spring. I have the FPR Flex nib on this one. You can cap the pen. This design was actually made by my friend Doc. She is also a pen enthusiast and a great calligrapher. She loves flex nibs. I inked it up with a Ferris Wheel Press ink. It is the Velvet Ballet. Check out the flex on this nib. I sped up this section of the video, so really I was writing slowly to flex the nib. The Ferris Wheel Press Velvet Ballet ink has shimmer. It has a dark purple shimmer. Since it's a fine FPR flex nib, I made sure not to shake it so much when I inked the pen. So the first swatch has minimal shimmer. And then this second swatch right here has a lot more of that purple shimmer. This pen right here is one of my newer pens. It is a demonstrator pen and it is a collaboration between Nagasawa Kobe and Platinum. So if you look closely, this is the Platinum 3776 Century body. It is called Senski. CEN is for Century 3776. And then Ski, SKE for skeleton. So I guess it's technically Sensuke, century, and skeleton. Skeleton means demonstrator pen. I have this one in a fine nib. It is a gold nib, similar to the Pilot Custom 823. When I got this pen, I bought it at the same time as the ink that I used with it. It is the Kobe Museum Strawberry Chocolate ink. So with a fine nib, it looks really light, but I think if I use it next time with a broader nib and it puts down more ink, it would be darker. Overall, I am pretty happy with this pen and ink combo. I would give it an A. Instead of using the top of the Pilot dip pen, I change it up to a glass dip pen. This is my Benu bubblegum pink pen that I call my Barbie pen. This pen is so glittery and such a bright pink. It just makes me so happy looking at it and using it. I love the sparkles and the stars. This one has a bold nib, so I went with a very fun ink color. I surprised myself, but I did not look for a shimmery ink on this one. I went with a Lennon Toolbar Dream. This ink, comparing it right below the strawberry chocolate, definitely has a reddish orangier hue to it. Here is a closer look of the writing samples. First ones have dried already. You can see for the Queen Allium, you can see the gold shimmer there. The Ferris Wheel Press Velvet Ballet, you can see the purple kind of silver shimmer on the second swatch. Then the bottom two here do not have any shimmer. This is my last newly inked pen. This is my Pelikan M400. It is the white tortoiseshell. You can still see the ink window here. It's kind of a demonstrator, but not quite because of the design. I don't think they make ink windows anymore for Pelikan. So this one, I inked it up with a Vinta ink, another shimmery ink, but I did not shake it up because this has a medium nib, but writes like a broad for Japanese nibs. And it is the Sailfin Green or Ebid. I am going to show the ink window here in a minute, and I'm not really sure if you could see it. I'm trying to move the ink around to see if you could see it sloshing around there. There's some glimpses of the liquid just being sloshed around. So first swatch, again, minimal shimmer, and then the next swatch would have the bluish green shimmery particles. That's it for this currently inked video. Let me know how you would rate the pen and ink combos. I really tried to change things around and not pick the same color or same ink properties. The inks are so pretty. They look so different when they're wet, and then now that they're dry, you could see the difference in how they look, especially on Hobonichi Tomoe S River paper. That Ibid Vinta ink, look at that blue shimmer right there, so pretty. Thanks so much for watching, and see you next time. Bye.